We're going to start with a little bit of a warm up in the center, and our feet are going to be opened in second position. Heels are just under your hips or open a little bit further, whatever position feels comfortable for you. Toes are turned out toward the corner of the room, and what's important is as we plie, even though it's a very small demi-plie, I want you to make sure your knees are over your toes. Now your knees want to go over the toes in the downward motion and when we return. Often people in a barre class make the mistake of focusing on the downward movement, getting those knees out over the toes, and then relax and bring it back up and your knees turn in and everything is just, even if you come up slowly, it's relaxed and you're not focusing on the muscles. So what muscle groups does it take to hold this turnout? It takes squeezing the glutes right here, and we're working the outer thighs are the muscle group that pull that turnout around to the side. Your inner thighs stretch a little bit in this position, but the outer thighs are activated and they're the ones that create this turnout. So here's your plie in second. Now let's switch, put those feet forward, and let's look at a squat. And when we do a squat, we lean back. You see how my first movement is a lean back? Let's look from the side. So my feet are parallel, facing forward, and I'm going to lean back, leading with my tailbone. My booty goes back. I keep my knees right here behind my toes. In the low position for a squat, if I were to draw a line straight down from the top of my knees, my kneecaps, to my foot, that line would hit just behind my toes. So here I am, the weight is in my heels and I feel like I'm gonna fall, like I'm gonna sit my butt down, and that's the difference. Now let's look at a plie from the side. Turn out my feet, my body is upright, my knees are open over my toes, or they're trying to be over my toes as I go down in a demi-plie, and then as I come up, I work hard. Here's where it's really hard to keep those knees turned out. Here's what happens if you relax. So you're down and your knees are out, and now you relax and come up. And did you see the difference? Did you see my knees go forward? So we want to avoid that. Pressing down for 2 and up for 2 in a plie position. Let's work on keeping those knees right here over the toes. I don't want you to worry about arms right now. I want you to focus on the knees, squeeze the glutes, and work those outer thighs. Down for 2 and up for 2. I went a little bit low there. Let's keep this a demi-plie. So we're just going halfway down. Demi-plie and up for 2. Good. Down for 2 and up for 2. Down for 2, lift your diaphragm and up for 2. Soft shoulders. Don't let the tension of this movement go into any other part of the body. The tension is below the waist, in the glutes and the outer thighs. Down for 2, up for 2. One more time, down for 2. And I want you to hold right here for a count of 8, 7, 6. Are you relaxed in your shoulders? Diaphragm lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it right back up for 2 slow counts. Fantastic. Now let's add the arms. Second position arms are open to the side. The lift is from underneath the arm. You have a nice big rounded position. Your hands are a little bit forward. If I turn to the side, look where my arms are. They're in, like I'm holding a giant beach ball here in front of me. See that? So they're not back here. They're forward. Nice wide stance for your second position. preparation is arms up in front, open to the side, and down for 2, up for 2, down for 2, up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. Work those knees, over the toes. Check if you need to. 4 more. Down for 2, up for 2. Small movement, very powerful, right? You're going to feel it later, and that's what we want. Last one. And up. And arms return to first position low. And let's go to the bar. And I need my water. Hope you guys are still with me. Looks like there's 21 people. I don't want anybody to bail. The purpose of this class is really to work on hip mobility and strength, as well as posture. And for fun along with it, we learn a little bit of ballet and you feel graceful. I get a lot of comments about people feeling like I'm bringing out your inner ballerina, and you feel more graceful after this class. So that's kind of what really good posture will do for you, is that feeling of grace. Let's take first position at the bar or chair. First position is heels together and legs are what we call zipped up. And that means you want to feel the lengthening through your legs and work on having them touching from the ankle all the way up. And a comfortable turned out position. We're not forcing it open by any stretch of the imagination. And we're going to keep an arm right here in a low first position. This is your outside arm, the one that is away from the bar. And we're just going to do a tendu forward. So stretch the foot straight out in front of you and bring it right back in. Stretch forward. Now, the nice thing about the tendu and what we're working on here is working through the foot. Try and keep the foot attached to the floor as long as possible. And then at the last minute, you lift the heel and point the toe. So a lot of people make the mistake of lifting the foot and tapping. That's not a tendu. Tendu is a stretch, an elongation, reaching far out in front of you